I'm back in the studio with my favourite duo on TV. Hello, Annalees and Luna.
We made it, favourite.
You're my favourite, that's it. I don't even know who Ant and Dec are anymore. They're gone to me completely. So you're here for the final part in the series of your walking tours that you've been doing across the district. So where are you off to this week?
We are in Storrington and Sullington.
Very good, very well practiced. I'm very impressed by this. They clearly used it. Yes, I love it. So tell me a little bit about, firstly, just as a quick recap, why don't you guys tell me a little bit about what the walks and talks and videos are all for? What are we doing?
So the whole visit series takes us across Horsham District, and we visit 6 towns or villages across the rural areas, and that they are Billingshurst, Hemfield, Horsham, Pulborough, Storrington and Sullington, and Steyning.
Very good. She's doing very well at
Gold
this.
star.
I'm going to ask her to do it really quickly in a minute and backwards and see what happens. So you've been out and about across the district, you've recorded lots of videos and podcasts as well. So there's 6, isn't there? 6 videos, 6 podcasts. And there's some fun craft packs as well.
There is. So there's little activity sheets that you can go and collect. We call them the little passport. So you can go around and tick off where we've been, following our footsteps, eat whatever we've eaten if you want to, which is a lot of cake. And there's colouring in postcards so you can send messages once you've been to these lovely towns and villages that we've absolutely loved going to visit. I've loved it.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's a really, really lovely time.
I was going to say, bearing in mind, obviously you're both from the area and have lived, or have lived in the area as well. But was it quite nice for you to go out as a tourist and start to experience it? Yeah,
and really exploring. You know, I think there's that thing when something's on your doorstep, you might tell other people, oh, you should go to such and such. There's a lovely walk there. But actually doing it yourselves, and it felt like we were on holiday. Didn't it?
Oh, like the day when we went to Storrington and Sullington. That is a mouthful. Storrington and Sullington. We went up the South Downs. We met lovely Kate, who is, remind me of her title,
so she's
Luna.
the wellbeing officer for the South Downs National Park.
Okay.
And yeah, we met her up there, and the views across the South Downs are incredible.
Spectacular.
And the amount of people out walking, cycling, getting out, and she talks a lot about how important it is to get out into the fresh air for our well-being. And I think we really noticed that, didn't we, of just going out and spending time in these open spaces and listening to birdsong and looking at the gorgeous flowers and trees. Yeah. And then we got to meet incredible people in those different areas. So when we started our walk in Sullington, didn't we?
We did.
And we went to the most incredible tea room, which is open Friday, Saturday,
here we go again.
So I didn't want to be the one that said this.
What was the snack of the week then? Each week, now I've clearly got the wrong job here because they get treats of the week. So we've had ice lollies, we've had ice creams, we've had cakes,
smoothie bowls.
Smoothie bowls. So what was it this week?
This was a lemon drizzle for me.
You had the lemon drizzle. I think I had the lemon drizzle, but I had the vegan version.
Yeah,
obviously.
Brilliant. That's a good version.
Yeah, and that was at Sullington Manor Farm, and they have a cafe that's open Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Everything homemade.
Wow.
It's really good, and they've got a lovely little courtyard that you can sit out in. So when the weather's nice and with a beautiful view of the Downs, it was like we were in France or somewhere like that, wasn't it?
It was. We'd been on our walk, and actually starting from there, we had quite a big hill climb, didn't we?
Which Luna did not tell me about. It was just round the corner.
So we've been following one of the Horsham District Heritage Trails, which had taken us from this route, from the farm, up onto the Downs, which was quite a climb, and then back through the whole of Storrington. So we went to the Stable Antique Shop, and we went to the museum and along the Riverside Walk, and then we came back up to the tea rooms at Sullington. So I think we deserve the credit.
I was going to say, you owed that by that point, weren't you?
We'd worked off those calories.
So for anybody who wants to see the films, other than the short version which we're about to play, but where can you get the videos and the podcasts and everything?
So if you visit our website, whistlestoparts.org, you'll click on the projects, which is visit, and you'll be taken to a page which has all of the films and the talks and all of the craft activities as well.
And
download
the maps of where we've been as well. So you can see our exact route and links to all the different heritage trails that we also follow.
Brilliant. So all the info's there so people can go out and about as well. That's fantastic. So where are we off to next? Storrington and
Sullington.
Storrington and Sullington.
Let's check out how they got on.
Welcome to Sullington and Storrington.
Today we start our walk here at St Mary's Church in Sullington before we head up onto the South Downs National Park.
and down into Storrington to explore the museum, shops and eateries.
Eateries, talking about eating. Shall we get out of this cold, windy weather, head over to the cafe in Sullington Manor Farm?
Good idea. I don't need my coat.
But first, Luna, tell me what you know about Sullington's church.
St Mary's Church dates back to around 1050, with additions and alterations in both the 12th and 13th centuries. It's nestled beneath the downs and sits under the protective branches of these vast yew trees, which date back to the 9th century.
Nature truly amazes me. If those trees could talk, I bet they'd have some secrets to share.
Hi, I'm Anna Kittle and we're here on Sullington Manor Farm in the old workshop café, where we have 5 holiday cottages, a wedding reception venue, and we're here on the beef and arable farm.
And I'm Gail Kittle, I'm Anna's mother. Here at the Old Workshop Cafe, we're open on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, and we welcome everybody and we try to cater for everybody's requirements as well. What is particularly amusing is that nearly every day we have somebody who comes in and says, well, I've lived in the area for 30 years and I never knew this was here, and isn't it lovely? Obviously they mean our cakes, but as well as that they mean the setting and the downs and the historic church and the general ambience of this historic farmstead.
And we also have lots of people commenting on our cake of the day, which we do on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, which is a new cake every day we're open.
Quite a challenge. But it is, we vary the menu every week. We vary the cake choices every day, but the cake of the day is actually a new and different cake every single day that we're open. So some people come in and that's what they want. They just want the cake of the day. I saw it and I want to eat it.
My favourite thing to do in Storrington and Sullington is to walk up to the South Downs Way and see the beautiful scenery and then come back and have a cup of tea and a piece of cake. What about you?
I like doing that. I like taking a picnic on the downs.
Oh.
And you can get a picnic from the Old Workshop Cafe as well. But one of my favourite things about Sussex, and this area of Sussex in particular, are the proximity of the beaches and the different styles of beaches that there are, and also the historic houses and the gardens that go with them.
After some light refreshments, you can follow the footpath out across the farmland.
We're following one of the heritage trails, so we shouldn't get lost.
There is a bit of a hill climb coming up, but I promise you that the views at the top are worth it.
Let's wait for the wind to drop before we meet up with Kate.
So my name's Kate Drake and I'm the Health and Wellbeing Officer for South Downs National Park. And my role is very much around engaging new audiences to come into the National Park, to go for walks, to take care of the National Park, to get out as a way of improving and supporting people's health, physical and mental health and their well-being. I'm delighted to be here in South Downs National Park, very close to Storrington, on a gorgeous, gorgeous summer's day. If you listen, you can hear the skylarks in the distance. Just singing away to themselves. So it's such a beautiful day, and if you look over into the distance you'll see various locations in the park. You've got Arundel Castle just over there, you've got Angmering Woods over there, and over to that area you've got Chantonbury Ring, and it's a 100-mile walk, and people take days to walk across it, or just take short snippets of time just to walk, and it's amazing what you can see on your way. The national park is the newest national park in the UK, so it's 10 years old. It had its anniversary last year. And what makes it so unique is the fact that it's the most populated national park. So the park and the landscape live side by side with people, with farmers, with agriculture, and also with biodiversity.
Thanks, Kate. I loved hearing the Skylarks before we head on down into Storrington. Did you know that there's a duck race here once a year?
What? Real ducks?
No, don't worry, they're not real. It's just a bit of summer fun.
Oh, look, more independent shops for us to explore on the high street.
And lots of places to eat and drink.
What are we going to see at the end of this Twitten, Luna?
We're going to visit Ian, who owns Stable Antiques, facing the village hall. You might have seen the shop before on TV. It's a favourite with treasure hunters.
I'm excited to explore and have a good rummage.
Hello everyone, welcome to Stable Antiques. This is a shop in Storrington. We're a little bit out on a limb at West Street, opposite the village hall. We've been here for 28 years running the shop. Sorry, this is our 28th year running the shop. We're a large antique store that sells antiques, furniture, bric-a-brac. We've got 35 stall holders on 2 floors. A whole variety of stuff continually coming in. We've got a large customer base. I would recommend to anybody to come and visit us, probably once every 3 weeks or so, 3 to 4 weeks, and look at what we've got to sell, and that can be anything. A lot of people come in here and really enjoy the rummage, searching underneath the shelves and the tables and looking for something that somebody else might not have seen, and grabbing a bargain. Storrington's steeped with history. It's and Stable Antiques, the building that we reside in, is one of the older buildings in the village, and indeed it has been over the years, going back 250 years or more, stables for brewery, dairy, bakery and funeral directors. It's a great building and retains a lot of its original features. We've got a well downstairs, even a dog kennel underneath the stairs. It's just a great building, and it's difficult to imagine that it could be anything else other than an antique shop, because it would be a shame to take away the cobblestone floors.
Lovely to chat with Ian. He rings the bells in St Mary's Church too.
My name is Stuart Duncan. I'm the chairman of the Storrington District Museum. I'm also the chairman of the Storrington Local History Group, but we're all here based at the museum, at the old school. This is our 21st anniversary. We're very fortunate to have a building within the local community that we can share our artefacts and our history of the village, and we welcome all residents to come in and see what's available. We run things like the old school reunions as well, so welcoming back people into the community that were once in this building because it was the old school. Lots of other things that go on here as well. We provide talks, we go outside and do walks around the village and within the South Downs as well. And it's very much a community that we have together, and there's always places for people to come and do stewarding, if they want to be more involved, research if they're interested in local history as well. So there's an abundance of stuff that is available for people to spend their time during the day or evenings as well, or some research that they want to do in their own time. So within the area itself, there's lots of opportunities to go out walking. We've had Sullington Warren that's available, Parham House that's just down the road, which will be open with beautiful gardens to come and visit. Or just to be up on the South Downs as well. There's so many walks and so many places you can go as a family or collectively or individually, just to lose yourself in the history and the beauty of the South Downs itself.
Always nice to hear a bit of local history. Thank you, Stuart.
And interestingly, Cicely Mary Barker, author and illustrator of the Flower Fairy books, lived just near here off Church Street.
There have been several famous residents in the area, and Cicely's ashes were scattered in the graveyard.
I hope that the local fairies come and visit often.
Just up the road is Parham House, the Elizabethan property and gardens that we can explore. And in the next village of Amberley, you can visit the Industrial Museum and discover more about trains and the vehicles of the past, as well as learning about our craft heritage and following the nature trails.
Talking of walks, Annalees, fancy going to walk some donkeys?
Always.
Great, we'll call up East Clayton Farm, book a donkey and explore their site.
Well, isn't this riverside walk so peaceful and lovely?
I know, a great place to relax, listen to the birds, and it's just off the high street.
And the perfect spot for us to finish our time in Storrington and Sullington. So where are we off to next?
Let's get the map.
Okay.
As with all of the Visit series episodes, there is an accompanying postcard craft activity you can download to create at home.
The set of 6 postcards depicts some of the things we saw on our visits to the villages and towns across Horsham District.
Perfect to send to friends or to keep as a memento after your visit.
And don't forget to pick up your passport too, available to download or collect from shops in each area.
The Visit Horsham District series was commissioned by Horsham District Council and created by Silvertip Films and Whistlestop Arts in collaboration with Horsham TV.
For more information and links to the places that we visited in the series, go to whistlestoparts.org, where you'll also find podcasts of our walks in the areas and craft resources.